They say men are from Mars and women are from Venus, but me think that divide wide enough to talk about the gap between us. Rabs, bacchanal and contention, we have all of that in the session. Let we talk man and woman thing, warriors, jamets, queens and kings. We are sure if men are from Mars and women are from Venus. But little comments on a Friday. Jaiga, Raw, Roddy versus Abby. 3 man and 1 jamet from South. That is what we talking about.
This is where we fight!
The battle is on.
Yes, sir. Want to say welcome to it. Keeping it nice and light today. And simple.
Yeah.
Nice, light, and simple. We talking truth.
Relationships, nice, light, and simple. But...
Yeah, we talking truth. And let me explain. Truth about marriage and relationships.
The hard truths.
The hard truths. A lot of the times, due to social media and I guess to drive sales and certain things, we've seen images out there, people paint pictures of what relationships are. So the seed is planted in your head that your relationship should be in a particular manner. Like you see these beautiful images out there
and captions,
of life and love,
relationship goals.
Yeah, and people having a great time.
People traveling
like
the world.
Yesterday, I saw a guy that I know that do business with that he was gifted by his fiance a trip to Egypt. They're touring the world, a world trip. So he is on a Riviera, like he's on the Nile, the River Nile, on a floating hotel, 5-star with the boat as a jacuzzi. Like we talking real A-star, good living kind of vibes now. You understand? So when you see these images, when you browse through your social media and you feel as though that this is the life you will want for yourself, which is fair. Everybody should want nice. Should aspire to.
Yeah.
But we had to talk the truth about
the hard truth about relationships.
As somebody in the room just now said, not all relationships are bed of roses.
Yeah.
Some relationships like that is like a cactus patch.
A pick-up patch.
Pick-up patch. And some relationships are a pick-up patch. And you have to know that everybody, even the people you see looking all so beautiful, go through their personal struggles as well. What I can tell you is that every relationship, even friendships as well, require work.
Everything, yeah.
Some people feel that everything requires work. And there's some friendships work how they work, meaning you don't have to. There's some people who require everyday checkups. Like you have to Hail me every day. And some people don't require that. And it doesn't change how they feel about you. You understand? In terms of friendships. Relationships are a little different because there are a lot of emotions that come with it that some people require certain things in order for them to function or to feel secured in a relationship. You understand? And everybody have what the new age term now, everybody have their love language. That's a term that you hear all over now.
Yeah.
What's my love language? And understanding your partner's love language and so on and so on. So today we're talking about the truth. And we would love for you guys to share your truths about your relationship. Chime in on your truths because everybody goes through something. There are things about your partner that might upset you.
Yeah.
But you have to find balance within self to work through that. Have some people who don't. And then people who go through what they go through in terms of people don't understand how work relationships could hamper your personal relationships. Because you can be in an environment that is super toxic, not your relationship or your work environment, where the things that you are surrounded with could deplete you mentally and emotionally. And when you're that depleted, when it sucks and draws everything from you, you go home with that energy. And it doesn't, so now your cup is empty, so you have nothing to pour in a relationship with. So that's because of the man. So you reach home and the man just sing and
he do nothing there.
You're fed up.
Yeah, fed up. Cuss him up.
Rab.
Now, there is the talk about the new age relationships, the new wave of relationships. Divorce is higher than ever. People opt into, once there's any sort of difficulty or challenges in relationship, they didn't feel no need to work it out, they just walk away. Now, one thing I always say that our grandparents never really had the time or space to tell us is about the struggles in relationships. You will always see the nice, cozy side of your grandparents' relationship. Now, like they will openly talk about the problems, which when you walk down the aisle, that is tell you that, you know, keep your problems to yourself, take it to God. Don't tell nobody your business and these kind of things. But
can you just take your problem to God? If you're going through the pastor telling you to buy watch and thing for him.
Yeah.
The pastor telling you. The pastor saying, well, he ain't gain me nothing. So
because it was a little restricted and we don't know what our grandparents may have gone through. Not actually knowing the exact problems that they had, but understanding how to navigate through certain situations. There's plenty of the times when you go to family members and you're having little issues in your relationship. What does it tell you? Well, you need to work that out. I don't want to get involved. And then it's at the other side of things where you go to a family member and them just looking for bacchanal because they never like your woman or they never like your husband.
But how long I tell you, Lee, she?
Yeah.
You still a she? Yeah.
So it's understanding how to navigate through those difficult times now, boy. And knowing that your relationship not going and be no bed of roses and a walk in the park if you all plan to spend your lives together. So that's the topic today. We're talking about the hard truth.
Yeah, the
hard truth about relationships.
And this is and also give a word of encouragement.
Yeah.
To some people. There's some things though that you also have to accept because they're two sides to the coin. And in some cases you hear fight and fight for it and fight for it, and then you hear on the other side people saying that if that didn't work out, just look, and if that didn't work out, just go again. If that didn't work out, just go again. And it depends on who you are as an individual and what you could do. Because some people built for different things, and that's just how it is. Some people build for different things. There's some people who have that temperament and can fight, and it have some people who in care too. And will continue just going until I guess one day a wall hit them and they decide to stop. And then there's the ones who brave enough to at least try. And have the hard conversations and try to navigate through whatever is the issues and see how best. And even in that case, it's not guaranteed. So we're not here to talk. We not, as I say, we're talking hard truth. We're not here to just blow smoke up anybody and make you believe that if you do all these steps, it's going to work. Some people go through every single step and it still doesn't work.
Yeah, facts.
And just letting you know that is also okay.
One of the hardest compromise I would say personally is the hardest truth. Is the compromise now. Is to understand that you're no longer just living for you. So you had to compromise things that you would have done when you were single or living by yourself or whatever the case is that you're accustomed doing. Some things you might just have to give up now, boy.
Yeah, that hard.
Like for example, you know, chilling with your boys. You used to chill with your boys 3 times a week. You have a football day, you have a drinks line day, or you going down the islands with some other ladies. If you're in a real
with some other ladies,
yeah.
Okay.
That's what the boys used to do.
Okay.
You understand?
With other ladies,
yeah.
Okay.
With other ladies, friends now, boy. Friends.
But then today the relationships where you could share and do all those things with your person.
Yeah. But as if your person into them things.
I'm saying, but and for those who experience that, hats off, and you're fortunate, and you need to be very thankful and appreciative the fact that you could include your person in the things you like.
Correct.
When you have that type of relationship, it's all good, but that is not, again, you also have to be willing to accept that not everything is for you. Some people see things and they're like, God, this is how we should be. That's how those people are.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily how we could be. And you have to be good and comfortable
if you really want to
skin.
make it work, because at the end of the day, your significant other come with a little baggage, you know. Everybody have a little trauma.
Everybody.
And things that they may have gone through in the past that they are not 100% comfortable with, you know. And in order to really make that relationship, people always watch it as, boy, you lock off doing this, boy. You don't do that no more, boy. That woman controlling you. But at times, you really have to just look past that and understand that, I want this relationship to work. I want us to work. And I would,
That's it.
I would
And
sacrifice
sometimes,
that.
And sometimes both male or female, sometimes a man might do something just for his peace.
Yeah.
And a woman might do something for his peace, but people on the outside might look at it as you just said, boy, how the girl controlling. You're not controlling him.
Yeah.
He just
He made that
prefers
decision
peace.
for himself.
Yeah, and he just wants to live in a peaceful relationship and enjoy his significant other, his family, and just live in that moment, as opposed to living to please you. Because at the end of the day, the people on the outside who say, boy, she controlling him, and what is their purpose?
Contributing?
What they contributing to you?
What them contributing?
Understand?
When I overheating in the night. Huh? You know it's another hard truth.
Dan, why you just always have to be trying to stay on track, brother, and be focused?
but
How you
all
just
that in
always
relationship.
at the end of this.
That is hard truth, bro. When I overheat in the night, my woman has to be in a good mood. Trying to please you and please this one you matter. When I overeating is by my queen has to go.
Hey! Oh my God.
You know it's another hard truth. That child mother always going to be there. That child father
Always
going to be there.
Yeah, it is.
All the fighting, they're there forever. They're
That's
there
what
forever.
And sad to say, but in our world, that is a real truth.
What?
And it's something that we all have to be prepared for.
Yeah.
If you're fortunate to be in the now times and you're, let's say, in your mid-30s and you meet someone and both of you all have no children and you can start life together, kudos. Enjoy that journey, hug it up, be thankful, enjoy everything about it. But the ratio and the probability of that happening, if we have to put it on a graph, I think is in a 10-to-1 kind of scenario, because majority of the times you're going to find somebody who have a child. And if you're dating somebody with a child, that means the relationship that brought the child is no longer there. But the individuals, more than likely would. There's some cases you might have a death.
Yeah.
Lucky, I'm going to say lucky is harsh. But it's fortunate if you in a situation where the person you're seeing, the mother or father of said child, is passed on, it might make your journey a little easier.
Yeah, correct.
But if that person is involved, is when you have to put on big boy and big girl pants. You have to. Because there's sometimes when, and we see it all the time, we see and hear the horrors all the time. There's some people who just do things, like you pop a video the other day, it was funny. You throwback Tuesday. Was yesterday I do the video with the car, with the dropping. That is a skit. It's funny, but it's something that we live that is real.
Yes.
And people don't understand the other side. So you're a man with a new girl, he and the girl going out, past relationship, children involved. The lady comes in now, and in her mind, she has claims.
She's still ownership.
She has ownership.
She's still ownership.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, where you going? I want to get a job, me and your children need to go here and there. But you know trying to live your life with your new person.
Half of this car is mine.
You're willing to go. You say, well, okay, I will give you the drop or whatever. But then the argument comes in that you should have the conversation with your new person beforehand to say, here, well, we go in by so and so, so that they could prepare them mentally, because you have to do that. You can't just drop things on people's lap just so. You can't just be going out and just say, well, I'm going to pass and do this, and when you reach this bacchanal, you have to be, because most of the times men know, and women. Women know the type of man they was with, and men know the type of woman they was with. So you have to know how to navigate through that noise. So you can't just drop that on somebody. And all of these is the real truths that you have to go through. You have to be prepared to have these conversations up front, so that when it happens, everybody could know their role and play their part and hope properly. That greater sense prevail and keep understanding. We hear it all the time, but we ignore it. That it's really and truly about the children in this case, It's about co-parenting and thing. In that case, it's about the children. It's never about, but we are so caught up in our personal egos.
Yeah.
You understand? That egos really gets involved and damages a lot of things. And we need to step back a little bit sometimes. We're too upfront.
Breakfast party. Jaiga, Roddy, Raw, Miss Jackson and Nikki, wherever he's done. Hey, Jaiga, one of the biggest truths in relationship, right? People, children, the partner's children or your children play a role in your relationship too. The outcome and how you interact, because sometimes you have to have rare patience when you're dealing with people's children, especially if they're rude and unruly, and your partner don't see that nothing's wrong with that. That's a big, big part of a
True.
relationship.
That's a true. That's something that we all have to.
Is that everyone?
That's a heavy one, and it happens mostly. I would be honest with women and their sons.
Yeah.
You're going out with a lady and she has a son. You have to be very careful. You have to tread those waters very lightly, especially if she's a protective mother. You could be seeing things her son doing, and you know it in yourself. He off, and she's not gonna see it because she's clouded by.
That's my son.
That maternal instinct, and that's my son. That's my one piece, especially if it's a one
what
boy.
What he was doing? Huh?
What?
What he was doing?
Well, who was it?
What son was doing?
You throw me off. I don't know. I don't know what son was doing. The way you say yummy and all, I trying to study.
No way you bring up the scenario.
No, I brought the
I want you to
scenario.
go into a little more detail.
I don't know what son was doing. I'm just saying that no, but in the past I've seen son do some things.
No, you try to correct him, man.
Nah, man, I don't do that.
Rudy, I ain't gonna lie, boy. I saw you the other day, now, boy. I was exiting the compound from visiting my aunt, boy, and I saw you in your front yard now, boy. And it's hard to believe the Rudy that you're hearing on the radio is the same innocent, quiet-looking Rudy that you see in person. Brother, nah, boy. However you just do it, yes?
The man say, you see, no, but again, that there, you see the correcting of people's children. I think that is something we must not be too presumptuous where that is concerned. I think the smartest way is to have a conversation with the young lady and see and give your observations. You have to be very political about it. Sorry to say, yes, I'm all for being comfortable, having uncomfortable conversations, but when it comes to children, you have to tread those waters differently. You can't just take your opinions and let's go, but look at chat. Nah.
Yeah.
Find a better way to address and deal with those situations, because that one there real tricky. Real tricky. Hear me when I say that.
Morning, Jaiga and Rudy. Jaiga, I listened to you a while ago. And what I'm saying, for these things to work out on the both part, man and woman, you need to have a heart. You need to have a person of understanding. Because I know of a situation where this guy, children father, he has his woman, but he don't want you to have a man. It is so crazy. He's enjoying his life, but he have a problem with you. And it's vice versa. But what I'm saying, people need to grow up and understand their children involved, and they need to work it out in a great manner, a manner with respect, and to have some kind of passion for the kids, because the kids is who feel it, they hurt the most.
Of course. We have to all have some sort of empathy, and you cannot live in a space of being selfish and so self-absorbed that you could do what you want and your person shouldn't. And if you are fair within self and strike a good balance, everybody can enjoy themselves. Let's break it down to basics, right? Weekends. Let's break it down to weekends. We know our culture and society has groomed us to believe that weekend is the time to enjoy life. Because you're not working, you're free, so now you're conflicted because both parties might want to do stuff on the weekend. And then now who has the responsibility of the child? Right? So this is the first test. How do we balance our social life on the weekends while co-parenting these children? And that is where big conversations have to start. You then have to start to think about how we're going to do it. Are we going to do one-on, one-offs, that kind of thing? So you now plan your life around that. And the person who is in your life should have that form of understanding. And if they don't, that is a them issue. Plain talk bad manners. Because if you get into a relationship with somebody and you know, well, listen, well, yes, I co-parent and I have my kids every other weekend. Immediately that person in your life is supposed to know, okay, cool. If we need to do anything big, we need to plan our things. And there will be circumstances, guys, where something might pop up. And that is where maturity kicks in. If you as a man always have an emergency.
Now you're on fall.
God, girl, I can't do it this weekend. And you now disrupting your children's mother
Yeah.
with your situation constantly. You have to be self-aware enough to know that I can't do shit
No,
this
you become
weekend,
the
but
child.
You are the problem.
You become the
And
child
vice
now.
versa with the women as well. You can't do it that way. Because and that's where the spiting comes in. We cannot continue to live in a situation where we spiting people.
Oh, boy.
You understand? Spiting people because of our personal
Yeah, because of the past indiscretions you might have with that particular individual.
you understand? And the fact that like for instance, like I always say, you see pride and ego and thing, you have to set them things aside. You have to set it aside. You have to set it
I just
aside.
do my thing 50-50. I know we don't want to go too much into the children aspect of the relationship, but
it's part of the
Yeah,
truth that
it
will come
is.
up. We carry on from it. That's part of
I
the
just do
truth
my
that
thing
will come up.
50-50, and at the same time, you know, there are women who might try to sneak a fast one on you. Like, you know this weekend is your weekend. You're coming to tell me, boy, you have some graduation or something to go. You lie, you're going on a boat ride.
No, but the
You're
thing about
lying.
if you have, but the thing about it is that if you and your ex have a good understanding, it should get to the point where they could tell you that. They could
Just
say,
be honest and
be
open
honest
with
and
it.
say, hey, you and
Yeah,
you
boy.
and Sherry doing anything this weekend? And they say, nah, not
Yeah.
really. I know I'm supposed to keep the trend and then, but
Simple.
Marlon tell me you want to go a little move, I could go out.
But-
Then you have a conversation. And you know, see, well, all right, let me just show it by Sherry and find out if she, and if she say, nah, we cool, send them
Yeah,
now, we'll
yeah,
keep them.
cool.
But you can't make it
You
a
can't
habit
lie,
either.
no.
And they can't make it a habit. They can't like every weekend you want to do the same thing and expect the same result
seen you
either.
did following. I seen you and temper how you on stage. That way you like, go put it in your, what?
And you see that thing only talks about with family. When I started with my wife, my family was all good with her. My wife family give me real problem. And over the years, strangely enough, my wife family have so much more respect for me and like me so much more. And now my family just get real horrors for me and my wife. And anytime me and my wife doing good, a particular individual in my family just threw up something. But me and the wife just get through it, you understand? Because we're working at it together. It's not easy, but it's just a part of life. You know, nothing forever lasts forever. And if you really like that person, and the person like you, or you will get through it.
True that. True that. Again, you can be optimistic and really say that like I all believe in go hard, fight, struggle, but I also believe in some things that it's not meant to be.
Yeah.
And we have to be comfortable with having that conversation as well.
People grow apart. And there's another hard truth too, If you're really in it for the long haul, that person they would grow and they would change. You can't expect the same person if it is always
Every
together.
day a different
Every
person, brother.
single day.
Every day
Every
you
single
wake up,
day.
you're a different
That is a
person.
hard truth.
You better not carry my child no Dexter Dap show. Especially my girl children. You ain't playing.
What you said, brother? If she have nowhere else but there to take them, what do you want her to do?
Morning again, guys. Rudy are trying to do downward dog and stretch. And you just throw me off with what son doing, you know. But anyway, on the topic, two things. Not everyone, and this is in all types of relationships, not everyone deserves access to you and your home and your child. Family, friends, not everyone deserves that. And you can respectfully disagree. People need to learn that. If you are having a conversation with somebody and they see the conversation going left and they choose to remove themselves from the conversation, respect those boundaries.
Yeah, facts.
Ojo, Jaiga, Rudy, long time. I get up early this morning and, I'm listening to the topic. Well, as a bacchanalist, the thing is, look, as a man, I can't put up with much. I have a propensity. I can smell when things going bad real quick, and I can't put up with much. So, it's like a revolving carousel a woman. But this is the thing. Not everybody have to be like me. If you want something more stable, don't shop in the bargain bin like me, because crazy is the best. You know what I mean? Crazy
Wow.
is the best.
Wow.
Wojo.
Wow. At least he's honest.
I love me some crazy, yes.
But at least he's honest. And yeah, at least he's being honest. But that's true. Sometimes we all know what the potential for something to go off. We know it, you have that. Everybody has that little bit of intuition, They say women intuition. Yeah, they say women intuition is the greatest, but both men and women share the same gene. There's women get it way more than men, but we all have the gene, and the real red flags are always there waving. We choose to ignore them in the moment for many different reasons.
We want to see better in this person.
Not all the time is because you want to see better too.
Wait a second. I know you could do better than this one.
You sure it's because you could do better than that? Or as you say, when you're what did they say when you're nice when you what?
When I overeat.
When you over Oh, you're sure it's because you're overeating? You're just
Nah, man, it's not all about that.
You understand? You're sure? Nah, I didn't see that one. Somebody what video is that with that man sleeping in Maloney? What video is that?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, neighbor. Facts. I agree with you. 200%.
I didn't see that one, boy. See what Quincy's saying.
Morning, Ojo family. Boy, my son is 6 and he tell me I could have a girlfriend but she can't move in. And he ain't wanting me to train if she had children. So it could be a difficult situation to navigate now because he done establish he ain't want nobody else in the place. So I go do. You go see how it work out.
Well, again, if it's to work out, if it is to work out, he will also change because one, he's a child. So you all will have to just figure out and have that hard conversation and try and understand how it's gonna go. You dig? Especially if the relationship is serious. But those things take time.
Yeah.
And once even though he's 6, we have to also respect and understand. We need to listen to children. He is going to be a reflection as to how you operate. When he sees you moving a particular way with this young lady and her child, he will, I don't want to say conform, but it could open a different conversation. He will want to have a different conversation because he's seeing, well, at least dad is happy.
Daddy.
You understand?
Daddy take
and how he is being treated in the situation will kind of direct the next conversation. So you can't just say he didn't want that and that's where it is and it's ended there. I don't think that's how that will go.
Yeah, morning guys. Yeah, and now sending video for you all here. Check it out.
Yeah, well, I'll check it out. I'm frightened to play it on here though, so I'll have to check it after. You understand? So guys, we're talking hard truths today in relationships. We know we all see people living their bestest life on social media. Please remember that is the purpose of social media, to really show the good side of things. And comparison is always put us in trouble.
Yeah.
When you start comparing your relationship to other people.
Yeah.
Start comparing your significant other to others. Everybody is different. And battling with your insecurities is hard. And not all the time you'll get it right. Sometimes we fail, we slip, we stumble. You understand? And resilience is a hell of a thing, but we have to try and find a way to just, get to the other side. It's hard. You will make mistakes. Sometimes some mistakes, like I tweeted something the other day. Some mistakes, you understand, is make people sad. Some mistakes make people cry. And some mistakes, it cost you over $400,000. You understand? So in essence, be careful.
Here's another hard truth.
The mistakes you make.
Another hard truth is, you see that one family member, like somebody who's always be around if you're going out with your woman to lime or any kind of gathering or whatever. You see that one family member is tell all their business too. Yeah, you gotta pat her down a little bit. Because see what is going on. You would be confined, like some men are sure they're still confined in their mother when it concerns their relationships. You know what you're doing there? You're painting a brush of this person or your significant other in this person's head now, boy. And that in the long haul don't ever work out. So you go into your mother or your brother or your sister and bad talking your significant other.
Nah, you can't
it
bad
don't
talk
ever work out, eh?
Yeah, the bad talk is significant other with them.
But guess what? When things start to get better with all you, that person there who you're not updating,
other with them, brother, with the self.
Two
all you sit down with each other, and when you're in your moods, share your moods with them, so at least they know and they do the same to you. Don't carry it nowhere else.
Yep.
Keep it right in house.
So Jaiga, when my wife look at your friend and see them doing all these vacation or whatever, and right? I just tell she, I say, but you just see how they just live? Yeah, they have all of that, but the bank account can't right because they're in debt.
Well, that's one aspect of it. You understand? Everybody, and you again to each man. You understand? To each his own. If they choose to do that, they choose to do that. As I say, the comparison thing will always bring problems.
Yeah,
You have to try and do things within your means and enjoy each other the best that you all can. Because everybody will want to, you feel, well, I mean, everybody wants to fly and do this and experience everything, but you just can't.
Yeah, you could go Williams Bay.
And also you have to remember, do not be
and create the same memories.
Daddy, why you so boy?
I just being real, boy.
Also remember, guys, that not everyone is fortunate. Like certain people, certain things happen to other people that didn't happen to you. That you weren't fortunate to where you're born, you're born. We look at things that some people just get it by the way. They were born in a place that was that is first world. They were born into a family of wealth. They a lot of different things. They were born into privilege and all of these things. So everybody have their cross to bear. But do not try and bring it into your space. You have to find the joys in your little space or big space, because there are people with all the things who have all the things I just described. They were born into first world status, born into privilege, but the person they love or fell in love with suffering from leukemia and ready to dead. So their heart is damaged because the one person that they love, they can't live forever with, because that person is going to die. But they have everything else that we just described. So you have to find that little moment within you and hold on to it and say, well, listen. And trust me, I am saying it in words because I know the words to say. And don't think for a second, you know me, I'm very transparent when it comes to me. Don't think that I have it all put together. I don't. You understand? Some people say, boy, I don't have it all put together either. I am continuously learning.
It's a learning process right through that.
I am always willing to learn more. That's why I listen a lot. That's why I try to talk to different people, because we all learning and you will not get it right all the time. You understand? You would not get it right all the time.
The hard truth is that sometimes you're overeating and you just have to go and sleep.
That is correct.
You know?
Or you're overeating, and when I can't overeating, what you do? Pour water, brother, buy coolant.
Just drink some water and go and sleep, my brother.
Sleep it off.
Morning, Jaiga and Rudy again. What people need to do is stop comparing people's relationship with theirs and comparing other person's relationship with theirs, because the time you spend studying what he or she does, you are wasting time when you could be doing something which will become positive in your life. So we need to stop comparing each other. We need to focus on ourselves, and when you focus on yourself, you reach far in life.
All right, cool.